One of the footwork drills frequently employed by Kasatkina is the footwork hurdle mixed with cone exercise. These drills focus on both agility and precision. By setting up a series of hurdles and cones in a specific pattern, she challenges herself to move quickly and accurately between these obstacles. These drills improve her ability to change direction rapidly during a match, enabling her to reach shots more effectively. Another key component of Kasatkina's footwork training is the use of court flex trainer. This specialized device helps her to develop explosive movements and quick reaction time by attaching elastic cord to the ankle and wrist. She can simulate the resistance encountered during actual gameplay. This exercise enhances her footwork by building strength and power in her legs, allowing her to generate explosive movement on the tennis court. The incorporation of elastic bands into her footwork drills is another valuable technique employed by Kasatkina. By attaching the bands to various points of her body, such as her wrist, ankles, she adds a resistance to her movement. The resistance forces her to exert more effort in her footwork, thereby increasing her muscular endurance and overall agility. This exercise helps her to maintain stability and balance while moving quickly around the court. Shadow tennis is another drill that Kasatkina utilizes to improve her footwork. In this exercise, she imagines herself playing against an opponent and mimics the footwork patterns and strokes she will use during the actual match. By focusing on precise footwork placement and movement, she enhances her muscles memory, allowing her to execute shots with greater efficiency and accuracy. Shadow tennis drills also helps her to improve anticipation and reaction time, enabling her to better prepare to her opponent's shots. Combining the use of elastic bands with footwork around cones and form another valuable drill in Kasatkina training routine. By attaching the bands in her wrist and maneuvering around the center of the cone, she not only develops her footwork but also enhances her stability and balance. The resistance provided the elastic bands challenge her body to maintain control and coordination while executing precise footwork movements. This exercise improves her ability to quickly change direction and adjust her position on the tennis court. Kasatkina's serve lacks the power and consistency that many of the top players possess. Her average first serve speed is relatively low compared to her counterparts, making it easier for opponents to read and attack. Additionally, her second serve often lacks the necessary kick or pace to trouble her opponents. This puts her at a disadvantaged position, as her opponents can take advantage of her weak serves and put her on pressure on a service game. Due to the inconsistency in her serve, Kasatkina is often liable to be broken down frequently during her matches. When her serve does not land in the right spot or lack enough space, opponents can easily anticipate the return and apply aggressive pressure. This places Kasatkina in defensive position from the very beginning of the rallies, making it more difficult for her to gain control and educate points. To address this weakness in her, Kasatkina needs to focus on improving her serve through dedicated practice. By working on the technical aspect of her serve, such as generating more power and adding variation, she can make it more challenging for her opponents to read and attack. Developing a more potent second serve, the additional spin or space, or will also help her to gain the edge in a crucial moment. In addition to refining her serve, Kasatkina should also work on developing more offensive shots from shorter balls. This could involve incorporating more aggressive topspin shots or taking risk in the beginner when given the opportunities. The reason Daria Kasatkina incorporates intense leg strength training into her routine is to improve her power and explosiveness on the tennis court. By engaging in a series of exercises such as leg barbell, back squats, and single leg presses, she targets her quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes muscles, essential for generating force during explosive movement. The added strength in her legs allows Kasatkina to deliver powerful shots, executing quick directional changes, and generate explosive speed during sprints and lunges. Injury prevention and stability. Leg strength training not only improves performance but also plays a pivotal role in preventing injuries and enhancing stability. The repetitive motion and dynamic movement involved in tennis can place considerable stress on the lower body, making injury prevention paramount for professional athletes like Daria Kasatkina. By incorporating exercises such as leg barbell setups and squats, Kasatkina strengthens her knees, hips and ankles, reducing the risk of strains and sprains and other common tennis-related injuries. This enhanced stability also aids in maintaining proper balance during sudden directional changes and reduces the chance of slipping or twisting. Increased endurance. In addition to power and stability, leg strength training contributes significantly to Daria Kasatkina's endurance to the sport. Matches can be physically demanding, often requiring sustained exertion over extended periods. The inclusion of exercises like leg barbell jumps and box jumps helps Kasatkina to improve her muscular endurance and allowing her to perform at a high level throughout a match without succumbing to fatigue. Strengthening the legs muscles enables her to maintain solid foundation and move swiftly across the court without compromising her technique or speed. Improved core strength and balance. While leg strength is crucial, it's essential to acknowledge the direct benefit of this exercise. Many leg focus workers also engage in core muscles, leading to improved core strength and stability. The activation of the core muscles during exercises like squats and leg barbell back squats assist Daria Kasatkina in maintaining proper posture and balance during dynamic movement on the tennis court. Intense leg strength training not only strengthens the physical attributes during the tennis but also activates the mental resilience, confidence. The demanding nature of leg strength training pushes Daria Kasatkina to her limit, both physical and mentally. The perseverance and discipline required to complete challenging exercises to build mental toughness, allowing her to push through difficult moments during matches. A comprehensive lower body training program incorporates a variety of other exercises and training techniques to further enhance performance. Plyometric training. In addition to traditional exercises, Kasatkina includes plyometric exercises in leg routine. Plyometric exercises such as explosive jump box and bounce improve her reactive power and quickness. These exercises involve rapid muscle construction, which will help to develop fast-twitch muscle fibers, essential for explosive movement in tennis court. By incorporating exercises like leg barbell jumps and jump box, Kasatkina enhances her ability to generate power and explosiveness during quick movements such as lunges and changes of direction. The functional movement. Kasatkina recognizes the importance of training movement that mimics the action she performs during tennis matches. She incorporates functional movement into her leg training, but focus on exercises that involve multi-joint movement and dynamic stabilization. For example, exercises like leg barbell setups simulate the movement patterns used during lateral movement on the tennis court. By targeting this specific movement, she improves her agility, balance, and coordination, allowing her to react quickly, different shots, and maintain stability during rapid changes in direction. Daria Kasatkina Backhand analysis. What truly distinguishes Kasatkina's backhand is a masterful use of underspin slice, which she employs almost as frequently as her topspin two-hand. Additionally, she strategically incorporates drop shots and lobs into her games, using them to manipulate her opponents and force them into awkward court positions. While Kasatkina tends to stay at the baseline rather than approaching the net, she possesses a reliable set of hands when volleying. Kasatkina's backhand technique is characterized by flatter trajectory, and like players who rely heavily on topspin to generate power and control, she prefers a more direct and uncontrolled shot. This allows her to keep the ball low and skim over the net, making it difficult for her opponents to counterattack effectively. While the flatter backhand may lack the heavy topspin of other players, it compensates by offering better control and minimizing unforced errors. In addition to a flatter backhand, Kasatkina employs the underspin slice with great effectiveness. She frequently uses the shot as a defensive mechanism or to change the pace and rhythm of the game. The underspin slice adds variation and unpredictability to her backhand, making it challenging of her opponents to anticipate the ball's bounce. By mixing up the spin, Kasatkina forced the rivals to adjust their footwork and often induce errors or weak returns. This versatility shows is a key element of her game, and she utilized it to maintain a strategic advantage. Kasatkina's ability to tactically maneuver her opponents is further evident in her use of drop shots and lobs. She adeptly incorporates these shots into her arsenal, employing them at opportune moments to disrupt the opponent's rhythm and control the court. The drop shots, played with delicate touch and precision, catches the adversary off guard, forcing them to rush forward and attempt difficult shots. Meanwhile, the lobs allows Kasatkina to exploit her opponent's positioning, sending them running towards the back and of the court and leaving them vulnerable to her next shot. One of the primary benefits of stretching for tennis players is the role in improving flexibility. Flexibility prefers the range of motion around the joint, and it plays a crucial role in executing various tennis strokes effectively. The ability to reach a wide forehand or stretch for a low backhand shots requires adequately flexibility in hips, shoulder, and spine. By performing stretching exercises, Kasatkina enhances her joints mobility, allowing her to move more freely on the tennis court and reach difficult shots with ease. Improved flexibility also reduces the risk of muscle strain or tears, which can occur when the body is forced to move beyond its normal range of motion. Another crucial aspect of stretching for tennis players is injury prevention. Tennis involves repetitive movement and high-intensity actions that put strain on the muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Without proper warm-up and stretching, these structures are more prone to injuries. By engaging in a pre-match stretching routine, Kasatkina prepares her muscles to connect to and connective tissues for her physical demands of the tennis game. Stretching increases blood flow to the muscles, warm them up, and improve their elasticity, making them less susceptible to strains, sprains, and tears, reducing the risk of injury. Kasatkina ensures that she can compete at her best to avoid setbacks that could hinder her performance and progress in the sport. In addition to flexibility and injury prevention, stretching exercises also contribute to the development of strength and mobility. Contrary to popular belief, stretching is not just about lengthening muscles, it also helps to improve muscle strength. Dynamic stretching, which involves the moving through a full range of motion, involves the muscles and activates them before a match. This in turn improves the muscles' explosiveness, power, and explosiveness during the gameplay. By incorporating dynamic stretch into her warm-up routine, Kasatkina prepares her muscle to generate more force required for powerful shots, quick changes in direction, and explosive movement across the court. Furthermore, stretching exercise aids in enhancing court sliding ability. Sliding is an essential technique in tennis, particularly on the clay court. It allows players to quickly change direction and reach the balls that are far from initial position. Stretching helps to improve the flexibility and agility necessary for efficient sliding. By focusing on stretch that target the muscles and joints involved in sliding movement, such as hips and knees, Kasatkina can optimize her sliding technique and cover the court more effectively. This is not only improve her defensive capabilities but also allows her to set up offensive shots more efficiently. It's worth noting that Daria Kasatkina's stretching routine is not limited to static stretches, where a position is held for an extended period. Instead, she focuses on dynamic stretch, which involves moving part of a body through full range of motion. Dynamic stretching is particularly beneficial for tennis players as to mimic the movement of action they will perform during matches. Dynamic stretching before a tennis match serves as an effective warm-up, increase blood flow to the muscles, and increase the raises of the body core temperature. This prepares the Kasatkina body for the physical demand of the game and helps prevent sudden muscle strain or injury. Daria Kasatkina Forehand analysis. She is among the new generation of players who are bringing a whippy forehand to the Women's Tennis Association. Kasatkina has mastered this stroke, which has traditionally dominated on the Association of Tennis Players Professionals Tour. Her forehand technique is characterized by the proper rotation of her shoulder and core, coupled with a precise drop of the racket head to the outside. This technique allows her to engage more core muscles, generate greater topspin, and deal with a high pace that modern equipment produce. One of the key aspects of Kasatkina forehand is her impeccable shoulder and core rotation. As she prepares to hit the forehand, she returns her shoulder and core first, effectively loading her body for the shot. This rotation creates a cooling effect which enables her to unleash tremendous power when she uncoils her body during the swing. By utilizing her core muscles in this manner, Kasatkina maximizes her ability to generate power and topspin on her forehand shots. Another crucial element of Kasatkina forehand is the racket head drop and to the outside. Instead of taking the racket back in a straight line, she allows the racket head to drop to the outside of her body, positioning it behind her shoulder. This technique further enhances her ability to generate topspin on the ball. Dropping the racket ahead to the outside, Kasatkina creates a larger swing path, which enables her to brush up the back of the ball and impart a significant amount of topspin. This topspin not only adds depth to her shots but also helps the ball to hit the ball deep quickly over the net, making it more challenging for opponents to handle. Kasatkina forehand stands out not only because of topspin, which she generates, but also because of extreme angle she can produce with this shot. She has a remarkable ability to interdict the ball and hit it to the far corners of the court, setting her opponents wide and forcing them into defensive position. By combining her topspin with precise timing and technique, Kasatkina can create accurate angles that catches her opponents off guard. This strategic use of angles allows her to take control of the points and put pressure on opponents, often resulting in shorter balls or outright winners. Moreover, Kasatkina's forehand is exceptionally quick, allowing her to handle the high pace that characterizes the modern game. Daria Kasatkina's playing style revolves around defensive prowess and strategic shot making, rather than simply overpowering her opponents. She employs a wide range of shots and uses angle and spin to disrupt her opponent's rhythm. To execute these shots effectively, Kasatkina relies on exceptional arm strength, which allows her to control the ball with precision and generate ample spin. Outthinking her opponents. Kasatkina's ability to outthink her opponent is a key aspect of her game. By strategically placing shots, changing pace, and varying spin, she disrupts her opponent's timing and force errors. Arm strength is crucial in executing these tactics, as it enables her to generate enough racket head speed and control to execute shots accurately and precisely. Made ball swing. One of her arm exercises incorporated by Kasatkina's training routine is a made ball swing. This exercise helps to improve strength, wrist stability, and shoulder mobility. By developing these aspects, Kasatkina is able to execute a wide array of shots with enhanced control, allowing her to generate spin and maneuver the ball more effectively. Barbell row and arm dumbbell rotation punches. To develop upper body strength and rotation power, Kasatkina includes exercises like arm barbell rows and arm dumbbell rotation punches. This exceptional targets the muscles in the back, shoulder, and arm, enhancing ability to generate power and control when executing shots. The rotation aspect of this exercise is particularly beneficial for Kasatkina's playing style, as it allows her to generate necessary track of her shots and spin and accuracy. The kettlebell jump swing and arm rotation exercise. The inclusion of this exercise is in Kasatkina's training regimen, further strengthening her arm muscle and improve her ability to generate power from the ground. This exercise enhances her explosiveness and overall athleticism, enabling her to execute shots with more speed and precision. Seated rows and arm-made ball throws are rotational exercises that Kasatkina incorporates into her arm strength training. This exercise targets the muscles in the back, shoulders, and arms, contributing to overall strength and stability. Improved stability allows her to maintain solid base while executing shots, enhancing her to control. The arm starters combined with barbells are compound exercises that engage multiple muscle groups simultaneously, including the arms, shoulder, and chest and legs. This exercise improves Kasatkina's overall strength, endurance during a sustained high-level performance during extended matches. A constant adaptation. In the competitive world of tennis, players must continually adapt to changes in the sport, including advancement in equipment, playing surface, and opponent strategies. By incorporating arm strength workouts into her training, Kasatkina demonstrates her ability to adapt these evolving dynamics. She recognized the importance of staying ahead of the game and equipping herself with the physical tools necessary to succeed in her ever-changing tennis landscape. Arm strength not only is essential for skating shots, but also translates into an aspect of Kasatkina's game. A strong and able arm allows her to generate power and control weight serving, enabling her to deliver impactful serves and set up points effectively. Additionally, a robust arm helps to handle high-intensity rallies, defensive shots, giving her strength to withstand lengthy exchange and turn defensive into offense. So by incorporating arm strength workouts into her training routine, Kasatkina gains a competitive advantage over opponents who may overlook the fingers of developing upper body strength. Her enhanced arm strength allows her to execute shots with greater accuracy, depth, and spin, making it difficult for opponents to anticipate and counter her game plan effectively. This advantage can prove decisive in crucial movement to give Kasatkina the edge needed to emerge victorious.